This morning I was meant to be leaving Batumi and heading to somewhere new, but then I discovered that there is a British military cemetery here in the city, and I want to know why were soldiers, British soldiers, in Batumi, and why they're buried here. So at the last minute, while I still had my bags on my back, I decided one more night, one more day of exploring, and I'm off to see it now. So along the way there is things to see, show you, and then find out why was British Army here and when. So this has taken me away from the touristy centre all the way down there towards the beach into normal town, normal city. So yeah, all I was doing was just having breakfast, having something ready to go, and then I just discovered, just checking about what else there was to do around here, if I'd missed anything. I had no intentions of staying. But curiosity got me. The walk is meant to be about 45 minutes according to Google Maps, and if I hadn't have been on a travel day, I'd have been going for a run. So 45-minute walk, that'll do me. That'll be my exercise for the day, and obviously the 45-minute walk back. Random stuff. There's the cable cars that I was meant to be on a couple of days ago. Didn't go on because they're too expensive. I'm now about halfway, and it's been a nice walk. And I'm so far outside the tourist area. This is like the real Batumi of where people, the Georgians, live. Now, one of the questions I get asked a lot when I'm backpacking is about my budget. So I thought this would be like the perfect time to say today how much I'm spending. So the hostel I'm staying at, the Surf Hostel, it is literally in the centre of Batumi where all the sites are. And because of that, it's a bit more expensive than the rest of the hostels in the city. So it's 35 lari a night, which I paid this morning for staying. Breakfast, went to a bakery that was open early, and it's just around the corner from the hostel. And I had a khachapuri, which I'm now addicted to, and that was 3 lari. And for my coffee addiction, I find that in Georgia, in the supermarkets, that if you go to the till area, you will find little sachets of coffee. And you'll get these in Southeast Asia as well, in the 7-Elevens. But over here, I buy 2 for the day, and together it costs 1 lari 30 for 2 coffees. If you go to a coffee shop, I think it's about 10 lari for a coffee. Saving money. Everywhere you go around the city, there seems to be a constant state of building. Oh wow. So there is an outdoor gym here. But that looks like a Soviet monument. I mean, there's nothing on the map to tell me what it is. And all the houses around here, as I've been walking up, are so totally different from each other. And then I've just discovered this small church, and when I say small, oh, you nearly knocked me over. It's small. That is just tiny. But in the background, there's the entrance there. But it's a massive graveyard. And this is the second graveyard I've seen in Georgia, and every single grave has got an image of the person who's buried there. Wow. So I'm nearly there, and this graveyard, I basically just walked all the way around in a big loop. That is massive. But the Commonwealth war grave for the British soldier is just up here, and this is in the middle of nowhere. There's a supermarket just down there. It is quite high up. I'm not quite out of breath at the moment. Right, I think it's just down this road here. And according to the map, it's around here, although I can't see much. Oh, this is it. (1918, 1920), those honoured here died in the service of their country and lie buried near the spot. So you've got names of the guys. Royal Navy as well. So memory of those who died in the service of their country and buried here in Batumi Roman Catholic Cemetery. Including Indian servicemen. Across away from the memorial, I've just seen this, and I am guessing these are where the guys are buried. It's got the Commonwealth war graves, but like much of the Commonwealth war graves around the world, there's nothing to say where each one has died. So at the end of World War I, 1918, the Russian Empire was falling apart and there was a civil war, and the British government sent some troops across to Batumi to guard the port that was here. So they were really guarding the port and the oil routes while this Russian civil war was going on. Some of them never made it home. And although there was not one big battle where they died, most of them died from skirmishes, accidents and disease. So it's only right that I've come up here to pay my respects as an ex-serviceman. And when you see the ranks of the people who died here, most of them are all privates, majority of them. So there would have been young lads who would have been sent away over here thinking that the war's over. No, it wasn't. Having been to a few Commonwealth war graves around the world and seeing how much they're looked after, seeing that monument there and then seeing that little patch of land without any gravestones where the lads are probably buried, feels a bit weird. I am glad I've come up here to see them, but it's now time to head back into town. I've got my headphones ready to be put in, Time to get lunch and carry on with budgeting for the rest of the day. As I'm walking down, I thought I'd have a quick look inside this graveyard because it is quite big. I've just found this World War II memorial, but the thing that was striking me was that mural in the background. So I'm going to have a look through that, but it's just trying to get through all these graves without being disrespectful. So this is it, and it looks Soviet, and there's various plaques going down to the very bottom, and it's not well looked after at all. So I've just had to see if I could get that translated. External glory to the border guards who died defending the state border, and it is Russian. So I'm guessing these are Russian soldiers who died in Georgia. Right, I've come back down. I'm opposite the bus station over there. And this is where you get a lot of the shawarma food places. And I'm in the mood for one. And I've just got to work out which is a decent cheap one. And I think I've seen one there for 12 for a medium shawarma on the grill. That'll do me. So I've got myself a little seat, sat in the corner. Not exactly big. I am hungry now. And this is it. It's massive for a medium. And it's still hot. I treat myself to a Fanta as well. Right, it's cooled down a bit. That's gorgeous. Got all the meat, all the veg, bit of mayonnaise. That'll do for me for lunch. Gorgeous. That was good. That was really good. That's filled me up. Good job I didn't go for a large one. And it may seem a little bit expensive, but Batumi is a tourist end. And if you think that this whole area is to do with bus station, which I'll be there tomorrow, leaving, where I should have been today, that's probably why it's a bit more expensive. But now I'm going to head back to the hostel. I'm going to go via the shop to show you the remaining of the stuff that I'll be getting for the rest of the day, and that'll be my whole budget for today. So this is the shop around the corner from the hostel. It's one I've been using all the time. So, plenty of food. But for my evening meal, I will be getting noodles, $4.99. As a supermarket, it's not too bad. Shall I treat myself to some peanuts? No. And as I said, there's plenty of coffee to choose from at the till. Right, I've come back to the hostel. I couldn't film because it was carrying these two. So, bottle of water, I've got the receipt here, is $1.85 and that is $4.99. So, in total, together, for the whole day, I spent 60 Lowry 28. And when you think the majority of that money is 35 Lowry for this hostel, 14 Lowry for the shawarma and Fanta, and then little pieces. Now that comes all together as £16.63 today's money, for a budget of £25 a day. Now you can see where I could spend the rest of it and go a bit crazy. but I've still got transport, I've still got everything else to think about for the next couple of days. So when I have the quiet days like this, I don't spend a lot and enjoy noodles. But today's been an interesting day. You've seen one of the lesser seen things of the city. You've seen my budget for a day, and I'm leaving tomorrow. And as I promise, I will be going. I have to leave. I've been here too long. The staff know what my name is now. So if you've enjoyed this little video, then all you got to do, press that like button. If you want to see where I'm going next, then press that subscribe button, because I am going. But until next time, bye bye for now.